Alright, so after what has happened yesterday,
I cut the wire. And still alive.
I have my power cable extension cut like this, and I'm going to repair it.
Since I bought this beautiful abandoned house in the middle of nowhere, I had to learn how to do many things myself. And one of them is soldering. Because one day I was cutting my fig trees and accidentally I cut this cable. So my goal was to make it look exactly the same as it was before. I saw people on the internet connecting thick wires in different ways, like this and this, but this is not what I'm going to do. So in this video I'm going to show how to connect wires through soldering, obviously. This is a heavy-duty wire, right? So I want it to look exactly the same like it was before. I don't want any boxes or angles here. I want it to look and function exactly like it was before. And for this, I'm going to solder it and I'm going to repair it, and I'm going to show how to do it in the way that it looks exactly the same like it looked before, and it functions exactly the same, and it fits this role.
So the first task is to take isolation away, the black one, from both sides. I have this tool, but it doesn't have the proper size, so I will be using a knife. Now I need to take isolation from all of this. I'll try with 6 now, applying light pressure, very little. And the same with these two. Maybe one day I will buy normal thing, not from Chinese store, and it will do it immediately for me, like you see on those YouTube videos from professionals. But for now it's good enough. And the last one. Alright, it was faster. So I have 3 wires ready now, and I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. Alright, and I have another wire, and I'm going to connect them together, and I'm also going to solder them. I want to explain, like when we have 2 wires, one of the methods of connecting them together is by using these plastic connectors, and this is fine, but not in this case. This is a wire for the cable that I use outdoors. It should be heavy duty, it should be very stable, so that's why I'm going to connect them together, solder them, and make sure that the connected place will look similar to this. So sometimes people do this, and I used to do this before as well. They would take 2 wires, they will roll them together and put electric tape on them. That's not what we are going to do, because it will never give us the line to make this wire safe to use. What we want to do, we want to have like a single line. We want this to become this. We don't want it to become this shape, right? We don't want this. We want it to be like this, and that's why we are going to do what we are going to do. I'm going to put them together like this, and I'm going to tie them together like this, each with its color. But before that, I'm going to take, let me see how it's called properly, heat shrinkable tubing. So I will take a piece of this tubing. You see here we have like naked wires, and we will take a piece of this tubing, put it here, then connect 2 wires together, then pull this tubing back and heat it, and it will form a isolation, a protection on the place where we will put it. Now, firstly, let's see the size. Yeah, it fits well. One. Alright, now we are good. So now, no, please, behave. Look, it doesn't want to move. No, it doesn't really want to move. This is too small. Too small. Ideally, you have to take the size of this should be the smallest you can fit on this. And for me, it's almost fitting. Like 1 millimeter larger and it would be perfect. For example, you cannot take this large and put it here. This wouldn't work. It won't be shrinked enough to cover it. So you have to take the smallest that you can put on. Alright, this is the right size. They are a little bit larger than this. They're the most close to what I need. Now my OCD is kicking because I can't have them of the side of the color matching the wires. This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, but I would just prefer them to be of the same color. And again, the color doesn't match. Crazy.
Normally, with thinner wires, you would roll wires of one wire all together first, and then the wire of the opposite side all together first, and then wire these two wires together. In this case, it would be too thick if we do it that way. That's why it's better to fluff them before and then connect them together, like I'm doing.
Okay, it says after 3 minutes it will be ready. So I have a few minutes to arrange things. I won't need this anymore. Put on my glasses. Put on my gloves. These are thick wires, and ideally I would have 65 watts, but I only have 25 watts. But we'll use whatever we have, right? Alright. Let's put a little bit. I like the smell. This looks fine. Ideally, you will have a little stand where you fix it, but I don't have it. I see one more untouched piece. This is it. Very good. I should be careful not to make the connections too thick, because then this thing won't get through. Now it won't go anywhere for sure. Very good. Let's do another one. Here is what we have now. We soldered 3 wires separately, having them in right direction, and then put this thermo cover on them, and here I put electric wire. They look pretty good, and it's the last step now. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to fix one first, this one first and this one after. I think I'll even take the heat gun to make it more even. This is so much better. This is a heat gun. It's very cheap, but it works so much better than the lighter. And it doesn't burn. Alright, this looks very good. Look, it won't go anywhere. I think I want to do one more step. This is it. This is it. Beautiful. This is it. It looks and it functions exactly like it was looking before. And the reason why I had to repair it, because the other day I was cutting my fig trees and I was using this cable extension to power my chainsaw, and while cutting the tree with the chainsaw, I accidentally cut the cable that I was using for electricity. I have a lot of luck in my life, and this is one of examples of my luck working. But this is another story for another time. Bye!